Hi everyone and welcome to Business 265, your professional capstone. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Nicole Hyatt and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. Before we dive in, I want to just take a few minutes so I can walk you through what this week is going to look like, introduce you to the big project that you're going to be working on all semester, and then also give you a sense for what the course is really about. So let's get into it. I've spent my career in different positions from marketing as a brand manager to a teacher, and working at all those positions over and over, what becomes clear is that the technical parts of those jobs, you can learn those and grow, but people that stand out by good communication skills, carrying themselves professionally, knowing how to walk into a room and make a good impression, that is what matters. And that's what this course is built around. Not theory, but really practical, real-world skills that actually matter when you're going to be starting a career. So here is how Business 265 is set up. We're running an 8-week course, and each week has about the same basic rhythm. You're going to have a quiz on the textbook, which is open book. There's going to be a discussion forum where you'll connect with your classmates. Some will be written, some will be video, and then a graded assignment. And everything is going to be due on the Monday of the following week by midnight. So you always know what to expect. Week 2 is already our spring break, and so I have made that week intentionally light. You'll have just one thing to do, which I'll explain in just a minute. Now, the big thing I want to make sure that you understand from the start is that final capstone project. So let me tell you a little bit more about that. The final capstone project is what this whole course is being built around. And the good news is you're not going to scramble to put it together at the end. You're going to be building it piece by piece each week. And here's what that project is going to include. First, it's going to be a career planning portfolio. That's going to be a resume, a cover letter, creating a LinkedIn profile, and a follow-up communication template. These are actual documents that you'll be able to use when you graduate. Secondly, you are going to have a mock interview. I will connect you with a real professional who will sit down with you virtually or in person and conduct an actual interview. You'll prep for it, you'll do it, and you'll have some self-reflection afterwards, as well as an assessment by the interviewer. So that's it. Those are the big 2 components that make up that final project, and they're meaningful and you're going to get real feedback along the way. We'll use some AI tools, we'll do some peer review, and then you'll get also feedback from me on those assignments. The final project is due at the end of week 8, but work on it starts this week. Okay, so what do we have actually to do this week? Well, there's 3 things, and they're all due this next Monday. First, you will have a chapter 1 quiz, so read chapter 1 of your textbook and take the quiz. It's open book, so you should be able to do really well on that. Secondly is a discussion forum. I want you to think about a professional that you admire, someone in your field, or a mentor, a public figure, someone you've worked with before, whoever comes to mind, and write about what specific skills or qualities they modeled that really stood out to you. And then you will also reply to a classmate. I like this prompt because it really gets you thinking about where you want to go and starts taking you there. And the third thing is you're going to take the 16 personalities test. This is a free online assessment, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. It gives you really clear, specific career feedback, which is really helpful. So you will take a screenshot of your results, and then you will write a reflection based on 1 strength and 1 weakness found in the career specific section. And this isn't about putting you in a box. It's really about understanding what you genuinely bring to the table and how self-assessment and self-reflection can be a really good lifelong growth tool. So you'll find the link and those full instructions in your My Courses. And one thing before I go, so week 2 is spring break, and there's no quiz and no forum that week, but there's just 1 assignment, and it's an important one. I will be assigning each of you someone who is going to conduct your mock interview. During spring break, it will be your job to reach out to that person professionally by email and to get a date on the calendar for your interview. We're not going to schedule it. I'll give you a time frame that I want you scheduled in because there's some things that we'll need to be working on to prepare for that interview, but I want to get that date on the calendar as soon as possible. I will post all of the contact for who is doing your interview before that module opens up or is due. It's a short assignment, but it's a really important one. It also gives you really your first test of professional communication putting into practice. All right, so that's week 1, and I am excited for all that we have going on. So please reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm easy to reach by email or office hours, and I look forward to hearing from you. So go ahead and let's get started on week 1.